like farmers used to heat their houses, and cleaned it up, boiled it out, steamed it out. Don't know how he cleaned it out, but made a barbecue grill out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a door this wide that opens up to turn his meat and stuff. And then on the end, he made a grill where you could grill, like breakfast, hamburgers,
Oh yeah.
bacon, eggs, and pancakes and stuff. And then in front of it, he's got it on a trailer. He's got all his special wood on there to throw in this big old.
Whatever he wants to smoke it with.
And so to have a family get together barbecue, wow. He could barbecue for 100 people easy on that thing. I mean, that's so you can see why these little kids, and I think 4 or 5 years they got out there.
That's what I heard. I heard they got several.
And Bob Rice had they call it some big fancy hotel, made her special hunting place. You can set 4 chairs on it, lawn chairs, and then he made little deals to lay your guns in so you don't have to hold them. And they didn't want it all getting wet, so they put a roof on it. And someone had asked her if she was hunting this year, and she said, well, I guess so. And she said, why'd you want to know? Well, little Austin, Jeffrey's youngest boy, he was wanting to hunt. So she decided that she thought she was taking a headache, so she wasn't going to be able to hunt this year. You just let him have that one. They've got hunting stands all over out there. Some big river or lake or something way up north. In fact, they had just brought their pontoon home, which is as big as this room. So Kevin had to get a lot of his stuff out of this one shed that they keep the pontoon on. They got fishing boats and they've got ski boats and all that up there. And about 10, 15 cabins they have built out of cedar that they cut off of that place out there. And they rent them or sell them out to people. I mean, the whole dang place is just a
Really
huge
nice
picnic ground.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can understand these little bitty ones. And 4-bedroom house. She's got her not dining table, island in the middle of the kitchen floor is so big she cannot reach across it to wash it. She has to wash it from one side and then go around the other side to get the
other side washed.
And then she's got a room that is it's as big as my bedroom or bigger. And it's a pantry all around the 3 walls for your groceries. But then in front, there is a little office where you take care of your books and your paperwork and stuff. But that pantry that leads into the grocery store, I call it, there's a whole bunch of little drawers, it looks like drawers, all the way to the bottoms of the top. Gorgeous, beautiful. And I took hold of one of the handles and I said, well, what's in here, sis? She says, pull them open, Mom. You open all these little drawers, pull them open, and they all come open at once. And it's this big door that goes into the pantry and all that crap. Deck on front, a deck on the back. And the house sits cattywampus. It don't sit square to the world. You ought to just drive out there someday.
Let me drive out there one of these days and look at it.
Well, now the house part is considered Barton County. They go to Barton County and pay taxes there, but they had to go to Stockton. They didn't know that when they went into Barton County. They got to go to Stockton to pay their taxes on their vehicles and all that stuff. So the house, right where Barton County and Cedar County and Dade County are all right there. I said if you spread eagle, you could be in 3 or 4 counties all in one whack. But I can't, and she loves her work.
Good.
I don't understand anyone enjoying over 4,000 pigs at one time coming in. But
So has Dixie or anybody been by today?
she came by for just a second this morning. Bill's got the bug, I guess, like your daddy had. And he woke up about 1 o'clock this morning, throwing his heels up. And then she stopped by a second ago. She had to go to Lamar or to Minden today and get payrolled. And then she has to go to the Minden Bank and a couple more banks to take care of that business. And then she got back here and she had to go to Lockwood Bank and do business over there. She stopped here and picked Peyton up. I guess you knew Julie's living in an apartment now.
Is she?
Yeah. You know, she lived out there with Lindsay and her man. Well, Lindsay's vehicle broke down. And her man, whatever he is, won't let her drive his car to work. So Lindsay was Julie was having to take Lindsay into Walmart's to work and then go pick her up at night and then be back down here at her job, the dollar store. And Lindsay had all she wanted of it. I knew the day I was told that was gonna happen, she was moving out there. She wasn't going to work. No teenage girls are gonna keep the house alight. They're not gonna cook alike. They're not gonna like driving their gas out for somebody else. And apartment came empty and she said, Grandma, I want it. She said, well, Judy, you don't even know where it's at. She said, I don't care where it's at. I gotta get out of there.
So is it over here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over here on the Depot Street. Well, it's the second apartment. It's not directly on Depot. In fact, I don't even know what number it is now. But anyhow, she's back in town. So Dixie got really, Lisa lives way off out here, way south, well, County Road, out here toward Dateville. We go around that big curve and there's the big old buildings. And
Yeah.
you hit, alright, it's down that road somewhere. Her and her man, they went on a cruise last week.
Sounds like that would have been fun.
I don't know if I'd like it out on that much water, and with all them people, it'd be like you was in a town.
Yeah.
But to each his own. That wouldn't be my. Now, Colleen's daughter, Debbie, and her husband, they go on a cruise every year. They always, ever since they got married in February, every February they take a big, long cruise or something like that.
Uh-huh.
Of course, Deborah's fighting cancer yet and has been for about 10 years now.
So what's the farthest trip you've been on? What's the farthest trip you've been on?
When we took Jerry Land and the boys out for Jeff's graduation, I think it was in Virginia, the big basins where they train the guys. Well, been to California for a year. That's enough of that in two. Give me this good old chunk right here in the middle of it. I'm happy.
What part of California?
That was, we didn't go. God sent us. Johnny couldn't talk right at all when he was a kid. And we had him to doctors in Joplin, Springfield, all around. And nobody could find a thing wrong. But your grandfather had this lisp in his speech, so they assumed that's why. Friends of ours, well, the Heaths, you know the Heaths, they went out there and kept calling back, come out here and make big money, come out here and make big money. Well, your grandfather, believe it or not, did load up. We went to California.
What town?
We ended up in Modesto, which is basically in the middle of California. That's where most of Mother's people all settled when they went out there years ago. And Johnny started school. He was in about second or third grade. Second, I think. And they were having open house night. Parents go out and check their stuff. And the teacher accused Johnny of being a retard. Your grandfather doubled up his fist and was going to put her into the next room. Thank God her husband was standing there and stopped him. And they finally called the school nurse in there. And she said, what's wrong with him is he isn't hearing. Going over the mountains, his ears closed up. And so they made an appointment for him to go to a specialist out there. The specialist found out that there was no bone structure in the roof of his mouth.
Uh-huh.
And soon as school was out, we headed back to Missouri. We hated it out there anyway. And got him back here, hooked him up with some child care outfit. And the guy that run Moore's store on the west side of the square back then was head of it. And they made an appointment to get him in at Kansas City. And it took about a year of testing and testing and testing to find for them to fix his ear. And I ain't gonna talk to pick that up. Is it ringing? You can answer if it ain't. It's
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Well, I figured one of them no calls. But anyway, when they got his mouth fixed, they couldn't believe that he done everything they told him to or asked him to do with ever shedding a tear or anything. We were up there for 21 days
At Kansas City?
in Kansas City, and only having one car, he had to keep the car down here. Well, I couldn't have went anywhere anyway. I wasn't supposed to. For one thing, after his surgery, he could not say one word. He didn't want him to move anything in there. He lived on bouillon, Jell-O, and watered down 7-Up for 21 days and never complained, Dixie. And when the doctor took him down to release him,